Today we will present to you Memaar Morshedy, a family business built on trust and love and an ever-fulfilling vision. In this video, we will discuss and analyze the people within the family and the purpose that acts as the roots and drivers for the success of the business. Morshedy Group comes to crown its successes with a wide variety of real estate projects that range from economy housing, middle-class housing, and up to premium luxury housing all over Egypt. They also have projects in Greece. In numbers, we're talking about 21 mega projects, 40,000 residential units, 4,000 admin units, 80,000 clients, 25 malls, 57 swimming pools, 3 clubs, 14 mosques, 28 schools and nurseries, 6 medical centers and hospitals. The family business is on the verge of building the biggest residential building in the world, and has been recognized in Forbes magazine for being among the top 100 Arab family business. It all started with Mohammed al-Morshedy. During his studies, his dream was working in either the petroleum industry or as a commercial pilot. He graduated as a chemical engineer and started working at a petroleum company. All eyes were in the petroleum industry at that time. He always had the feeling if he worked hard enough, he could one day become a millionaire. In 1983, Mohammed Morshedy established Morshedy Group with a clear business strategy to penetrate the real estate development industry. This is a family picture, but not all of these members contribute to the business. The 4 main contributors to the business are Mohammed al-Morshedy, the owner, Hassan al-Noor, his offsprings, and Hassan Sidki, their cousin. As presented on the 3-circle model, Mohammed al-Morshedy stands in the heart of the business. The offsprings and the cousins are considered to be top employees in the business. There is no family owners, but members in the family are entitled to earnings. In accordance with Hosfield's Cultural Dimensions program, Egypt is regarded as a highly collective society, where individuals belong to groups, fostering a sense of mutual care and loyalty. This is a more family-oriented business, with little to no external ownership, but in a way, investors, or should I say customers, become, in a way, owners of the business. We'll discuss this strategy more in depth later on. To further understand the current stage of the business, we can apply the 3-dimensional model. On the family axis, al-Morshedy Group will be at the working together stage, where working members of the family have developed internally with the organization and are able to contribute to the final decisions made by Mohammed al-Morshedy. On the ownership axis, the family business remains in the controlling owner stage. All final decisions are made by Mohammed. As for the business axis, there is no doubt that this business has reached maturity, becoming among the leading real estate development companies in the region. Assessing the culture through the culture configuration model, we realize that the business pattern is participative, where managers are able to contribute and influence decision making. The family shares a collaborative atmosphere where all family members support each other and work together. Under the governance pattern, an advisory board is in place.
My name is Hassan Morshedy, a development company based out of Cairo, Egypt. Well, we've been in the industry for the past 35 years, so we've been through all the ups and downs of the real estate industry. And what we realize is that people want to pay for value of living. And what we add in our company is aesthetics and beauty and affordability. So it's the combination of these 3 elements that made our company where it is right now.
The Nile has always been Egypt's lifeline. Today, 95% of Egyptians are living along the Nile, on less than 5% of the territory. According to the United Nations World Urbanization Prospects, Cairo was among the top 10 fastest growing cities in the world. The result of this rapid growth, housing has become an ever-increasing challenge. Memaar Morshedy aims to tackle this challenge head-on. While most companies target the upper class, Memaar Morshedy offers affordable luxury for all different levels of society. The cause led members of the family to have an effective commitment to the family firm. They have a desire to contribute to the mission of the organization, making them more committed to the success of the business. The desire is even beyond the organization. In Egypt, there weren't many apartments that included amenities. Mohammed al-Morshedy was challenged with building a residential building that included 300 apartments. He found that it wasn't as hard as he thought. From 300, he wanted to build a 1,000 building apartment. But then he wanted to go even bigger. He received knowledge that the biggest residential building was located in France, which had 6,000 apartments. So he decided to build a building that contains 3,000 apartments. And if he succeeds, he will build the biggest residential building in the world.
Dubai is known for Burj Khalifa. New York is known for its towers and its famous skyline. Egypt is known for its pyramids, which was built 3,800 years ago. So what modern development do we have that's in place that can kind of put Egypt back on the world map?
The Morshedy Group's newest and most ambitious project to date is Skyline, which is slated to become the world's largest residential building. Skyline will be a staggering 202,500 square meters at its base, over 450 meters on each of its 4 sides. To put this into perspective, you could fit 4 of the Great Pyramids onto its footprint. The US Pentagon sits on an area of 29 acres. Skyline will boast an impressive 50 acres. The Empire State Building in New York, laying on its side, is equal to the length of each of Skyline's 4 facades.
Not only does the organization aim to provide value for their people and society, but also to their clients, or should I say investors. A strategy implemented by Al Morshedy Group is that they sell their apartments and houses in installment, where one can buy and sell later at a higher price, without paying the full price, making it more attractive for smart investors and making them more prone to being more wealthy. Another strategy implemented by Al Morshedy Group is training and educating their offsprings or future successors. For example, Al Morshedy is not only a Harvard graduate but also an Oxford graduate. Noor Morshedy is a graduate of the AUC, which is an American university in Egypt, the top university in Egypt. Being able to be educated does not only help them to acquire knowledge and develop capabilities, but also to achieve credibility and legitimacy. This is one of the most effective factors for succession. This indeed contributes to the 4 forms of capital, where it's both symbolic capital and social capital, being able to gain education of a top level and also having the reputation of being graduating from these top universities can also affect and contribute to the 4 forms of capital. Not only do they want to increase their own wealth, but also the wealth of others. According to Neil Mackenzie, this figure describes how a business in its starting stages could be more prone to its own success and self-institutional interest, but after their success, they tend to be more prone to philanthropy acts, adhering to a more stewardship approach towards vision and reach. In conclusion, we would like to suggest to Al Morshedy Group that the family should start shifting from a partnership to a transfer of power, or even develop succession planning, as there is some consensus that succession must be anticipated long in advance and managed as a planned process. Another suggestion is for the daughter of Muhammad Al Morshedy. As much as she dwells in an effective commitment towards the firm, it would be better if she maintains a stewardship approach towards the family business rather than the self-interest to fulfill self-sophistication, being a successful Egyptian woman in business, taking challenges to pursue her own goals. And finally, we would like to make a suggestion to Hassan Al Morshedy. Hassan Al Morshedy has a huge role within the family business and contributes highly to the end goal. We suggest that he focus more on the success of the business and implementation of the challenge at hand, and not on other endeavors. We do have to indeed recognize him for his stewardship towards his sisters and the family firm, being a family man and suppressing sibling rivalry, and ensuring that the family is committed to the forever goal and motivated to fulfill their views and mission.
So if you find a nice Portuguese girlfriend for me, it's good to study.
thought what happened thousands of years ago could never happen again. And if somehow it did, it would not be here. But if history has taught us anything, it is that this could only happen in one place, a place where history was built. In Egypt, Skyline, an entire city in a single building. Skyline, the largest residential building in the world, recognized by Guinness World Records by Memaar Morshedy.